Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Fitzmonkey V here, aka G33, and I'm back today with another video on the channel for you guys. So today I'm here, as you guys can see by the title, we are here reviewing / reacting to Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals. The game got done about a little over an hour ago, and I was just talking with a bunch of my friends about it, gathering my thoughts before I came on. We're trying not to make this too long, but game one. If you guys know, Golden State did win, as most people had. Warriors won 124 to 114. It was a much closer game than I was definitely surprised. This first thing first. I'll be this surprised. LeBron James had, I believe, 51 points, something like that, 51, 52, maybe even 53 points. The most he's ever had, his career high before that was 44 points, but he did break that tonight with 4 or 51 or whatever it was. I'll take a quick look at the box score. But LeBron was LeBron. But what I have to say here is that LeBron definitely kept in the game. LeBron scored basically half their points, really. As they scored 114, LeBron almost scored half their points, which is ridiculous. He did play 48 minutes, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 51 points. So I was correct. But basically, a lot of stuff happened in this game. I was very surprised by Cleveland being able to keep the game close the whole game. They were able to keep it close. They didn't fall behind. Golden State did have runs, especially at the end of the second quarter. The third quarter, they played well. And basically at the end of the fourth quarter, and also the run at OT to end the game. Basically, it was a very, very action-packed game. Cavs made it competitive. Can they keep it competitive for 7 games? I don't know. I have Golden State winning in 5. But maybe at least, even if it is gonna look like Golden State's gonna win, maybe we'll get a competitive series, at least competitive games at least. All right. But in my opinion, if Cleveland was gonna have any chance to win the series, they had to come out and make a statement. They had to come out and win game 1. Who knows? Maybe they will win game 2, even though I don't have them winning. If I have Cleveland, I said I had Golden State in 5. I have Cleveland winning either game 3 or game 4. Back in the Q in Cleveland. All right, with Golden State ending it on their home court, just like they did last year in the finals at Golden State. The game started off, basically, there was a play in the first quarter where J.R. Smith slid under Klay Thompson. Looks like J.R. Smith slipped. Klay Thompson looked like he had a knee contusion. He went back to the locker room, but he was able to return around midway through the second quarter, and his impact was felt. Basically, but I want to look at the others. All right, let's look at the others. What did they do for LeBron? Well, basically, only 3 players on Cleveland were able to get in double figures. We had LeBron with 51. Kevin Love did actually play pretty well. He had 21 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist. So he did come to play playing, I'm not going to say at his best, but he played decently. Kevin Love did miss some big baskets late, some open threes late in the game, which didn't help, but it is. After that, J.R. Smith had 10 points. We'll get to J.R. Smith because a lot of people are clowning on J.R. Smith tonight. And if you watch the game, you know why. Basically, I just got a notification that it has to do with J.R. Smith, and I'll get to in just a second. But basically, that's it. Tristan Thompson had 2 points. George Hill, Jeff Green both each had 7. Larry Nance had 9. Jordan Clarkson had 4. Kyle Korver had 3. So some Cavs players stepped up, some didn't. So I'm not gonna say LeBron did it all on himself, but it's crazy that LeBron had that 50 just for them to have a decent chance to win the game. Oh. So I just got another notification from Bleacher Report. I'll just say this. At the end of the game, if you guys watching in overtime, there was a little bit of a scuffle involving Tristan Thompson slamming a ball and Draymond Green. Draymond was clapping, basically celebrating. And I'll say this. Golden State, even though they are a championship team, it was kind of, I'll say, a little maybe immature. At the end of the game, there were, at the end of OT, there was some Warriors players, Draymond Green, some of the bench players maybe even Klay Thompson, that were basically celebrating excessively, and wasn't the Cavs players weren't really enjoying that, even though there was 2.8 seconds left on the clock and the game was over. But there was some excessive celebrating going on the Warriors side, which maybe you could say isn't really good sportsmanship. But really, the game was over at this point. This is the NBA Finals. Every game matters. But there was a point that Kevin Love, I just got a notification from Bleacher Report. Kevin Love left the bench during the scuffle, the late game scuffle between Tristan Thompson and Draymond Green. There also was a moment during that scuffle where LeBron James pushed Steph Curry. Basically, it was heated, but Steph Curry and LeBron were talking after the game. Seems like it's just, basketball, stuff going on in the court. Basically, Kevin Love left the bench during that scuffle per Bleacher Report, and NBA rule, if NBA does want to take a look at that, they could easily suspend Kevin Love for a game, so possibly game 2. We'll have to wait and see on that. There was a lot of controversial calls going on during the. Oh my gosh, my phone keeps falling on the charge. There's a lot of controversial calls going on during the ending of that game. Also, basically just getting into some of the other stuff. Basically, now that I've done it on the Cavs side, let's go into the Warriors box office real quick. Or box score, my bad. Basically, as I said, I predicted this. Steph Curry will be the Finals MVP in my opinion. All right, and he played like it tonight. He played 46 minutes, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 29 points. Steph Curry, basically the one moment from this game that we'll probably all remember. Steph Curry had some huge threes. He also had a huge and one that tied the game near the end of the fourth quarter, basically for Golden State. Well, no. It actually gave Golden State a go ahead. We'll get that in just a sec. But Steph Curry, if you remember, it was 56-53 Cleveland at the end of the second quarter. Steph Curry grabs the ball with there was 4 seconds left on the clock. They inbounded the ball. Jared Smith went for the steal and he missed, allowing Steph Curry to get down the court and get open for a three that was close to the half-court line. It's maybe a 37-foot three-pointer. Absolutely crazy. And Steph did his signature 1, 2, 3. That's one of his celebrations he likes to do. It was crazy. But Steph Curry was clearly the best player for the Warriors tonight. KD did struggle. I believe KD was only 3 for 10 in the first half, but he did end up with 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. KD did play much better in the second half, but it was just clearly a night where the Warriors ran through Curry. Klay Thompson also pitched in with 24 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Remember, Klay Thompson missed most of the first quarter when he went out with the knee injury. Draymond Green also had a decent game. Draymond almost had a triple-double. Draymond had 13 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. So a lot of players came up. Sean Livingston came with a nice 10 points off the bench. Jordan Bell had 4 points. Nick Young did do much tonight. He had 2 points. JaVale McGee had a funny Shaq in the Fool moment where he missed an easy dunk. But he also had some good defense tonight. There was also a couple plays where he was guarding LeBron, and he was actually doing a decent job. He was actually able to lock up LeBron for one play. So I'll give you that. But basically, we're going to move straight into the fourth quarter as we're getting towards the end of this review. Basically, the Warriors came up to play, and we know that for the Cavs to win any games, just to have a chance, LeBron has to be LeBron, and the Cavs, those other guys have to step up. And some of the Cavs others did play and showed up tonight. Some of them didn't. Like Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver had 17 minutes, but only had 3 points. He had 1 3. Come on, Kyle Korver. Your only job is basically to shoot on this team. You gotta get better at that. But basically at the end of the fourth quarter, we'll get into that. There was a lot of controversial calls. We had basically the block on KD. There was a point where KD came driving down the lane, and then LeBron looks like he took a charge. And at first, they called offensive foul on KD. Then the refs, which is something I've never seen, the refs actually went to review the charge call, and they actually ended up reversing. There was a bunch of stuff like rules saying, was LeBron in the lane? Did he have his feet set? All this other stuff. But it was very controversial. A lot of people were unhappy. KD was able to make 2 free throws, which ended up tying the game. Then I believe LeBron came down, and LeBron got an and one. No, I don't think it was an and one. It was an easy layup. It was almost a dunk, but it was like a half dunk, half layup. Then Steph Curry came down, and then as I talked about, he had this huge and one play. Came for a foul. Tristan Thompson hit him in the face, Curry made it, giving them a go-ahead lead after making the free throw. Then probably the biggest play of the game, basically, the Cavs come down and George Hill got fouled. Basically, it was like, I don't remember the score at this point, but George Hill made both free throws. Basically, the Cavs go up 1 point with only 4.7 seconds left on the clock. Warriors still had a timeout at that point, but the Warriors would only have 4.7 seconds left on the clock to get a shot up. All right. Basically, what happened is George Hill made the first free throw, but he missed the second free throw, which a lot of people didn't mention on Twitter, because what happened is afterwards, Cavs, after missing the second free throw, the ball got loose, and then the Cavs were able to grab it. J.R. Smith takes possession of the ball, and he heads, he drives all the way out to almost half court, not looking at. It seemed like he was unaware or confused of what was happening, and basically, the clock expired, basically leading the game to OT. Basically, the Cavs had a chance to win the game, and J.R. Smith blew it. There's a lot of things on Twitter I checked before going on for the review saying J.R. Smith should be suspended. J.R. Smith should give his ring back to LeBron, the ring that he won with LeBron in the 2016 NBA Finals. All this funny stuff, But I just got a notification from Bleacher Report not too long ago. Basically, he says J.R.'s big mistakes. J.R. Smith says he knew that the Cavs were tied at the end of regulation. There's video of him saying, "I thought we were ahead." So, honestly, I don't know if J.R. Smith has done a press conference yet or whatever tonight. If I do, I'll make sure to check that out. Maybe I'll report on that later. But J.R. Smith did it. Supposedly, he knew that the Cavs were ahead. He had two options, basically. He had LeBron open at the top of the key for a three. LeBron could easily shot it. That would have been for the game. But there was also a play where he could have called timeout. The Cavs also had a timeout along with Golden State. They could have easily set out a quick inbox. I said earlier in this review, if the Cavs were going to win a game and show that this is serious, they're out for war, this had to be the game. Unfortunately, for Cavs fans, they lost. As you guys know, I respect LeBron, but I'm not a big LeBron fan. That's why I'm supporting the Warriors. And I'm also a huge Steph Curry fan. He's my favorite player in the league. Basically, the game went to OT, and then basically a lot of stuff happened. There's some memes out there that Draymond Green and when Tristan Thompson got added at the end of OT. And the fact is, this all happened with 2.7 seconds left in OT. Because in OT, the Warriors just ran away. Sean Livingston got baskets. Clay made a couple of big threes. Curry, I believe, made a couple of layups. It was basically game over at that point. So basically, the Cavs, I say the Cavs more blew it than the Warriors wanted. Even though the game was close the whole time, but the Cavs had a chance to win the game, and they blew it. Like, people are mentioning a lot that George Hill missed that free throw that could have put the Cavs up one, and then basically J.R. Smith with one of the biggest mistakes. A lot of people are going to look back at that's the reason why, because I personally agree that the Cavs blew this game. But at least it's nice to see a competitive game. We have game 2 coming up on Sunday. Can LeBron's known to have big game 2s, but I don't think this was a feel game for LeBron, because LeBron scored 50. This is the NBA Finals, so you don't have time to have feel out games in the NBA Finals. Plus, you're playing Golden State. Golden State doesn't care if you're having a field game. If you don't come out with 110% against Golden State, they will run you out the gym. All right. Surprised once again that Cleveland was able to keep it competitive. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, as competitive they were able to make it, they still lost. Were they able to make this competitive series in game 2, game 3, game 4? We'll have to wait and see. I still have Golden State. I'm not changing my prediction. I have Golden State winning game 2, and then we'll see what happens when the series moves to game 3. But we have game 2 Sunday night. Hopefully, I'll be back, God willing, with a review of that after the game. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to check that. If you guys want to know every time I post a new video on the channel, make sure to enable notifications by clicking the bell right next to my name, Pittsburgh TV. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Peace.